Okay, I'm making this video primarily for PayPal, also potentially BD Diesel, who's the manufacturer of this product, and then maybe any other social media outlets that might be interested in my dilemma here. So I purchased this product again from BD Diesel. This is my second one. What this product does is it unlocks the front axle in your truck when it's in four-wheel drive low. And it functioned perfectly on my GMC. No error message or anything like that. I installed it in my Ram, and I got an error message on my dash that said service four-wheel drive when I tried to use it. I don't know if it's actually working. I didn't want to risk moving the truck. Not really sure, what the drivetrain computer would thought about the whole thing, so I just removed it. I called BD Diesel. I said, hey, this is causing an error message. I don't want it. BD Diesel does not have a concept of a return once an item is installed. And I get that to an extent. They sell transmissions, they sell fuel systems, they sell turbos, they sell lots of things, expensive things that if not installed properly by the consumer, can damage them, which would make it very difficult for them to recoup the cost and resell whatever that item is. This is just a bunch of wires. This is foolproof. It's in the original packaging, the original, even the wire ties. I just opened it. That's really the only thing. There's no testing that can be done on this other than a bench test of the included relays, which I did, and they work fine. This plugs into the factory wiring harness in the truck, completely foolproof. Plug, plug. That's it. There's no wire splicing. There's nothing. You install the relays per the instructions. Also foolproof. Relays can't go in backwards. They can't go in upside down. They can't go in sideways. There's only one way for a relay to be installed. So foolproof. At the very end, you install a switch. It's only 3 wires. The instructions are very clear which wires go where. Even if they weren't, all it does is complete a ground. So, foolproof, again. But it throws an error message on my dash, and I did not want to risk my factory warranty by doing something that the engine management computer is not happy with. I don't know what sort of mitigation the computer does when it senses this type of error. I don't even know what kind of error it is. So BD Diesel won't take it back. Again, once something's installed, they'll only do a warranty replacement, which means I'm just going to get the same thing again, and it's going to cause the same error again. There's also a diagnostic fee. So if they determine that there's nothing wrong with it, which clearly there's nothing wrong with it because it's just a bunch of wires, they're going to charge you a diagnostic fee and send me another one. I don't want it. So I got nowhere with BD Diesel. I called, I emailed. So I decided to take advantage of PayPal's buyer protection program, which is also a scam. So I submitted a request to PayPal. You get a drop down of select what's wrong with this thing, and there's a checkbox for damage or not as described. I read the documentation, and as I said, if it had said that this may cause an error message on your dash, I might have thought twice about purchasing it. But there's nothing like that in the documentation. There's nothing like that in the description of the product, on the website. So that's what I chose to PayPal. PayPal wanted me to send evidence, and I sent them pictures of the errors on the dash and all these other things. PayPal's not having it. Been going back and forth for weeks. Now, today, PayPal wants me to take the truck to a dealer or authorized service center and get an invoice that shows exactly what's wrong with this thing. And no, I'm not doing that because that's going to cost me time and money, number one. Number two, this is simple. BD Diesel has dug in, and PayPal is allowing BD Diesel to bully their customers. I was really happy with the product before, not happy now. So again, this video is for PayPal and BD Diesel. And what you're going to see is I'm going to go out to the truck. I'm going to put the truck in four-wheel low without the kit installed and show them no errors. I'm going to install the kit and show you that the error pops up. And it's as simple as that. I don't understand what else I need to do to demonstrate that to either BD Diesel or PayPal, but I'm not going through the time and effort and money of paying somebody to say, yeah, this throws an error on the dashboard when I can do that myself. So moving out to the truck now. Okay, so we're out with the truck. The instructions say to remove this piece of trim, which I've done in the interest of time because nobody needs to watch that, and it has nothing to do with the problem. You can see the kit is not installed at this point in time. And I'm going to switch over to my cell phone cam where you can see that there is no error at this time because the kit is not installed. Okay, so here we are on the truck. In just about every truck ever made, in order to get into four-wheel drive low, you need to put the transmission in neutral. Hold down the four-wheel drive low button. There'll be some clunking, and it's going to switch. These are not errors. This is just telling me that for safety, auto park's disabled and stability control is disabled. Again, these are not error messages. So truck's in four-wheel drive low right now. I can move it around, forward, backwards, without any kind of error. I can feel the gearing. I can feel it's actually in four low. And again, this is not an error. This is what it does when it's in four low for safety purposes. So I'm gonna put it back in two-wheel drive. Little clunking, which is normal. Shifting out, and now we're back in two-wheel drive. Okay, so now to install the kit. It's actually really straightforward, much easier than on my GMC. You're gonna go up in here, and beneath this black cover, there's gonna be a connector that we disconnect and then install the BD Diesel four-wheel drive low kit. Here's the plug in question, the blue one on the top right. I apologize for the camera movement. We're gonna unplug this and then install the BD Diesel kit. Okay, so the kit's installed. You can see I've plugged in the harness for the BD Diesel kit, and way in the back there, I've plugged it back in to the truck's body control module. So this is all the installation takes. It's very, very simple. So next, we install the relays. As you see, the relays can only go in one way. I'm gonna go through the same exact procedure I went through before in order to put the truck into four-wheel drive low. This time, the BD Diesel kit's installed. The instructions say, turn the switch on first. Now that switch is not gonna light up until it actually attempts to go into four-wheel drive low. Like I did before, you have to put the truck in neutral in order to shift to four-wheel drive low. Push four-wheel drive low, it says shift in progress. I hear the relays click over there, but it fails. And I got a service four-wheel drive system. I don't actually think it's going to four-wheel low, but like I said, I was afraid to move the truck because I don't want to damage anything. You can see it's flashing, service four-wheel drive, which is a problem. But that message is not clear until I shut off the BD Diesel switch, which I just did, and you can see that went out. So that's it. It doesn't work. So I don't know why it's so hard for BD Diesel to refund my money. I don't know why it's so hard for PayPal to arrive at that conclusion despite all the evidence that I sent them. So we'll see where this goes, but either BD Diesel has to come through or PayPal has to come through, because it's obvious that this does not work as described, which is the criteria for PayPal's buyer protection. So we'll see how it goes.